What's happening, Ice Cubes? My name is Matty Ice Cube, and I wanted to make this vlog because I mostly because it's the only kind of content that I can currently make right now. But it's also because I like to keep you guys informed. Because some people are not in my server, some people aren't around very often, and I've been doing a lot in the past few days or so, and I've been thinking about a lot of different stuff because this is probably one of the weirdest spots the channel has been in since I started. I'm completely out of a computer to play games on, to create content on. Cause my memory cards are fried. And part of my motherboard is fried. Like it's barely functional at this point. It's in a brain dead state, I like to call it. And one of my memory cards is salvageable, the other one is not, so I'll probably put the one that's salvageable in the new tower, because I'll have an extra slot for it and whatnot, and I'll have more memory. But I wanted to talk about this because this is not a bad thing. Like, me forcing myself to take a break and look back and do other things is not a bad thing. Because if it were up to me, I would be sitting here hours upon hours upon hours on end making new content. However, on this PC, that is not possible because, well, I can't even play like Flash games on a browser. Is how bad my computer is right now. Like, I can still watch YouTube videos, I could still like edit stuff. I can still be on Discord, be in calls, but I can't do anything, like, super complex on my computer anymore. And this is not a bad thing. I wanted to make that perfectly clear. This is not a bad thing. Because, the number one reason this is not a bad thing is, puts into perspective, I need to start working on my year anniversary video. It is coming up very quickly. My 4-year anniversary, here coming up this next September 25th, is 4 years. 4 years on YouTube, which is a long time. That is a long time to dedicate to something. That's a lot of time, that's a lot of money, that's a lot of effort. And it's a lot of personal growth for me, and it's great, and I love it. And this next year is going to be something spectacular because it'll probably be my most productive year probably ever. Because in my last update vlog, which I made just a few days ago, I talked about all the stuff that I'm going to be doing. Like, I listed all the games that I'm going to be doing. I listed all the other stuff that I had planned. Like, another thing I did not talk about was the custom hoodies that I was making. Merch. I'm going to try to start getting merch made this next year. I'm still trying to workshop a lot of the different things, because there's a lot of things that are not done and whatnot. Like, the people with special roles in my server are all getting custom hoodies. I have a whole list of my OG squad. They're all getting custom hoodies. And they, almost all of my, OG squad members have custom hearts made by, one of my mods. And they're turning out fantastic. She's doing a really good job. But for my OG squad members, I'm going to have those hearts on the plaster on the front of those hoodies. Some of them are going to be zip up, some of them are going to be pullover. I just need to figure out which one's going to be which. Then I need to get sizes, and then I'm going to ship them straight to them, like, straight up. And I'm pretty excited. Because the other thing I'm going to start doing is selling hoodies and sleeveless shirts with my logo on them. Like my big blue logo that I've been using for 4 years almost now. It's crazy to think that that's only 2 months away. And I'm more excited than ever to get my year anniversary video up, because I have so many ideas of what to do in my head, because there was a lot of stuff that I did this year, even though I didn't do like an exorbitant amount. I maybe only put up 100 or so videos this year. But that's okay. Like, I did not prioritize uploading every day this year. And that's fine, because it kind of worked itself out, because I knew my computer was going to be on its last legs by the end of the year, and it conked out a lot faster than I would have liked. But we're still here. I'm maybe another 6 weeks or so from making enough money to buying my new PC, but then I'm still 6 weeks away for it to get here, because assembly, shipping and handling and blah blah blah, it takes time. But like, the thing I'm doing different this year is mostly because I do not have the capabilities to stream the editing process this year. That was something that I did last year and really enjoyed, which was streaming my editing process, which it was far more advanced than it was the years before because of Movavi. And this year, I'm going to be exclusively using Movavi, because I used Bandicut's little clip feature to chop up the video and put all the best clips together. But the problem with that is it degrades the quality. And I don't want that this year. I want a full quality, 100% straight off the original VOD into the compilation, which is probably going to be, it's either going to go really well or really bad, but I have 2 months to figure it out. So I have all the time in the world to get it figured out. I've already taken down a list of clips to start with, but my favorite part about this year's compilation is there's going to be a clip transfer system that I'm doing from now on. Is every time it goes from one clip to the next, it's going to be my space! It's going to be a space transition of me yelling space at space. And then the conclusion of the compilation will be all of my space screams from Alien Isolation, which is sad that I did not get to finish Alien Isolation, but here we are. Because I've gone through a bunch of videos. I've gotten almost all of my one-offs finished. Like Ben and Ed, Nox Timor, the first episode of SCP Containment Breach, Through the Portal, Tenebrous Lake. You know, the one-offs that I like to call them. It's one video. A couple of these one-offs are like an hour, 2 hours long. Like Tenebrous Lake is a 2-hour-long video, which was a pain in the ass to edit originally, but now I have to go through. I have like all of these are a list of clips. Like all of these are a list of clips from Tenebrous Lake. And I need to get all of those clips. What's probably going to be done with the space, my streaming space transitions, is it's going to be each clip group, because otherwise I'm just going to be wasting time exporting clip after clip after clip after clip from each video. So just to save myself some time, because that's like an extra hour or so of work that I'm saving. And if I don't feel happy with it, I will re-separate the clips in post and do them all, because I don't want it to get too samey, but I also have 100 videos to go through. Like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos that I've done so far that I've listed, and I still have like 80 or so, because some of them were cut because they weren't that interesting, or it didn't bring anything new. Because there's also going to be Devil May Cry, the 4 Devil May Cry games that I played this year. And DMC5 will be next year. and I'm super excited. I have never been more excited to get started on this compilation than I have been this time around, because it's new. It's something different, because I'm doing something different this year, and it's exciting, and I'm probably going to be bored out of my skull sitting there editing for hours and hours and hours. But who cares? I don't do it because it's the most exciting thing. I do it because I love it. I'm passionate about it. I have not been this passionate about I was not as passionate in my first 2 years compilations, because there was a lot of stuff I did not cover, because there was so much more content that I was releasing daily. Like, I was uploading 6 or 7 videos a day. I was super in it, mostly because I was not working at the time, and I didn't have school, and I was just 100% dedicated to it, going for it all the time. But I was also using a lot more simple game recording software, which was probably one of the crappiest softwares I have ever touched. And I've seen others that are like that are equally crappy. Bandicam and OBS are the ones that generally work for any game I've ever had. There are a couple games, like Resident Evil 4, that I had to exclusively use OBS because of the weird thing Bandicam would do with it, and I could not... Generally, I don't use Bandicam if there is not, like, a volume setting, because Bandicam gives you the raw, 100% full blast clip. And it makes it even harder to edit your audio in post, because my voice is in that audio, and then I have to go through and separate the audio, and it becomes a huge hassle. But it's going to be interesting, because along with all the hardware upgrades that I'll be getting this next year, not only will I be getting a new PC, I'll be getting a new microphone, I'm getting a new keyboard, I'm going to have 2 monitors for a whole setup, I'm getting a new webcam that'll be able to put me out at 720p at 60 frames per second. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. Because this is one that records at 480 at 33 frames. It can go up to 720, but only at like 10 frames per second, which is garbage. I mean, to be fair, this was a cheap webcam, and the focus thing that goes on, like, it's focusing on my hand, and then it focuses on me, and then the lighting is really weird. Not the crappiest webcam I've ever used. The one I used before this one was even worse, because the color grading was god-awful. But I couldn't do a whole lot about it, because I didn't have anything else. But there's a lot of stuff that I want to do over this 2-month break. Because even if I do get my tower in, I don't know if I'm going to start making content immediately, because all the stuff that I'm using for the compilation is already on this computer, and I do not have a external hard drive large enough, not anymore, because this one's only a 16 gigabyte, and this one has my bare essentials. Like, it barely fit all the bare essentials, and a couple extra things. But like I had everything prepped, and then I lost my larger thumb drive. It was like 250 some gigabytes. Can't find it. Nowhere to be found. It vanished. It didn't work that well, because I would plug it in, the computer would detect it, and then it would disappear. Like it never existed. Like, I couldn't access the files in it. It would eventually start working, but then I would unplug it and replug it in, and it wouldn't work. So it was very finicky. But it also had all my mods on it. It had all of my it had my outros in it. It had my the fan art that people have made me in it. I was pretty upset. I'm still kind of really upset over it. And I don't know if I'm ever going to find it at this point. It's probably gone, like, for good. So I'm kind of just shit out of luck. But we move on. We persevere. I have backups of my outros on my channel. That's generally why I upload all of my outros to my channel, because they're an extra backup. And I'm not stupid enough to trust myself to do things correctly. So, I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. And I can't wait for what the future has in store. Like, my whole setup is going to get an upgrade. Slowly but surely, the whole setup will come together. I probably won't start making content again until I have absolutely everything I need. 'Cause I like to plan things too detailed. Like, if I'm not following my plan to the letter, I freak out, and I but it's going to be a good next couple months, because not only will I be doing my year anniversary video, this next 2 months will help me push myself to write more in Origins, because not even last week, I probably wrote the most in Origins that I've ever written. I wrote like a full 1.5-page spread of finishing a certain section of the story in Origins. And then the next night did a whole beginning portion of the next section. So I wrote like a grand total of, I don't know, 2,000 plus words over the course of 2 nights, which was probably the most progress I've done, because everything else was kind of bits and pieces. I was thoroughly thinking things out, and not that I wasn't thinking it out when I was writing it. I just suddenly had like big brain moments, and I was like, oh yeah, we can do this, 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 and this. And I don't know, eventually I need to write down on my notepad what I'm actually doing instead of keeping it all up here in my head. Because once all this stuff starts going down, Origins is going to take a back seat to me getting my new setup fixed up and ready to go. Because this desk, I was not supposed to get this desk for a lot longer, because I was going to order everything at once, but then quarantine happened. And it's just and the whole thing with quarantine is just kind of fucked everything over. And it just really didn't go well. And I was put on unemployment, and which is where most of this money is coming from. Like, I not to mention, when I got really sick, I had to go to the doctor, and they told me that I had to go back into forced quarantine because my immune system was now compromised, and I was like 10 times more susceptible of getting COVID. So I wasn't allowed to go outside. I'm not allowed to go do anything. So now I'm back on unemployment money, and I sitting here on my ass. Because it's Thursday right now when I'm recording this, and it's been not even a week since I got told this, and I've already been sitting on my ass with no computer, like no games, no nothing for a month almost now. I've been half tempted to go back to console gaming for the past, I don't know, a couple weeks. Like, I still have Darksiders 2. I have Fable 2. I have Doom. I have BioShock 1 and 2. I don't know. And I've thought about streaming on Mixer, but if I stream on Mixer, I have no way of putting putting that stream on YouTube. Not to mention, I don't get good internet down in this basement anyway, because it's kind of a dead zone over here, which is why I have to have an extended external Wi-Fi thing. And it's just ugh. When I get my new PC, I won't have to worry about that, because it will extend really far. It'll be like having a mini router on my PC. And it'll reach out as far as it can. And hopefully it goes well. Hopefully. I'm basing this all on hope. Because not only will I have to get Windows reactivated, I'll have to... Because I'm not buying a new license for Windows 10 again. It's gotten pretty crazy, because my old laptop, like the laptop that I first started my YouTube career on, it was fine. It used Windows 10, but then it kept displaying, oh, you need to activate Windows. And I had to pirate a copy of Windows 10 from... No, that was with this was with this computer. That was with this computer. Like, it did not come with a license Windows 10. So I had to pirate it off of my old laptop. I had to. Like, I didn't have any choice, because otherwise I was going to spend $100 to get a new license, and I was not going to do that. Even now, I would not do that. It's not going to happen. It's not like I was missing any features. I was just sick and tired of seeing the little, oh, you activate Windows in your settings, blah, 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 in the corner of my screen all day long. And the only reason I use Windows 10 is because it's the most updated operating system out there. But the cool thing about my new PC when it gets in is they'll have tweaked... They have an option where I paid, like, I'll be paying like an extra $35 for this thing, but that's chump change compared to the entirety of the computer. It's an OS booster, an operating system booster, where they're gonna tweak a lot of the settings in the operating system to where it runs more efficiently, and it disables a lot of the non-essential systems. Like, I won't... Unless I re-download them and re-configure it to where it will use them. But I don't think I will. Because, like, Skype... I don't use Skype. I don't use the Microsoft Store. Like, there's a lot of things that are unnecessary that I wish I could just get off my PC. Because it just takes up memory. Because basically everything you do on your PC takes up memory. And my memory cards are not... They're not at maximum effort right now. Like, one of them is dead. Like, I know for sure one of them is dead. I've looked at it. I've pulled my PC apart. I've looked at it. It's not good at all. If I can repair it, I'll probably do it. And then I'll have, like, an extra PC. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. So, I'm done rambling. I've been talking for way too long. I meant to stop talking a while ago. Like, I've noticed, and Marcus gets on my case about this too, and I'm sure he'll get on my case again. I am kind of flexing on my new PC. Also, yeah, I've been doing my normal workouts. I'm showing results. Like, my shoulders are more rounded. I'm trimming up in a lot of places. I'm doing good. I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling great. But yeah, I am flexing on my PC a little bit because it'll probably be the most advanced piece of technology I'll have ever owned in my life. But it will also probably be the the biggest leap forward in terms of this channel. I'm easily excitable as it is. I'm also very easily entertained. But like screaming and loud noises, it's super easy to get me to laugh and have fun. But I've been trying to evolve over these past years, and this is probably the biggest step in the evolution of my channel that I've ever taken. Like, I thought that getting this PC was the biggest step. This next tower is going to be the biggest, and I will probably be upgrading it pretty religiously every year, probably, because new computer tech comes out every year, and I love looking at the new parts and the new hardware every year. I love it. Because the extra things that I'm getting don't really matter. Like, these speakers are so old. These speakers are like 10 years old, and they work fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I've taken pretty good care of them. They're a little dusty. I need to fix that. But I've been thinking about getting new speakers, but then I kind of thought, fuck it. It's fine. I have the only pair of headphones I'm ever going to want to use. Like, I love these. I love these, like, a lot. I wish I could get rid of this, the little microphone on the side, because it's completely useless. Because my microphone is better than any, like, little headset microphone. And my new microphone, what was it called? The Yeti X? The Blue Yeti X will be my next microphone. It's like $170, which is, it's not that bad. For a microphone that's going to last me probably another 2 years, because I've been using this microphone for a little over 2 years. It should last me a long time. Oh no, I misspoke. It'll be in 1080p. My new webcam will be in 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is better. I don't know if I'm gonna do 1080p because that's a lot of work to trim down the video file and everything. Or not trim down the video file, to crop the video in the corner of my screen. With Bandicam, it automatically does it for you. But with OBS, I have to crop that and move it and actually do shit with it. And I don't know. Like, I don't know. The other thing about getting my new PC, I've played games at 60 FPS before. But there's a difference between playing a game at 60 FPS and playing a game at its maximum graphics. There's a very big difference. I have never played a single game in my entire life with its settings set to maximum. And I'm very, very, very interested to see what that's going to look like. Because my new monitors are going to be 1080p, like, really good new monitors. They're 27 inches, both of them. Mostly, I downsized my original 30s to 27s because that extra 6 inches is going to be major, because they're just going to be sitting here and everything needs to fit on my desk. This desk is maybe only, I don't know, 50 inches wide. 45, 50 inches, I think it was. But it's a really nice desk. It's carbon fiber. I love this desk. It's a very good gaming desk. I like the lights, everything. I'm still spouting about tech shit. Like, I'm a big geek when it comes to technology. I love it, especially computers and computer hardware. Kind of makes me wish I took that technologies class in college, but I don't know. I don't think I would have enjoyed it nearly as much as I've enjoyed learning about computers the way I have been, which is upgrading piece by piece by piece. Like this tower, I learned overclocking. I kind of was given a crash course in how to overclock your graphics card. And that's the main story behind why my tower is kind of borked. Cause I overclocked my GT 730. And it runs about as well as a 1080. For those of you who know, it runs as well as about a 1080, a GT 1080. Which is leagues above what this one is. Wait, not a 1080. 1060. Was it a 1060? Oh god. No, that's a 1650. That's above what that's a way above what this one can do. What the fuck was it? I'm so confused now. No, that's a 560. Was it a 1050? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It runs really well. It would not have run Xenoverse 2 as well without the overclocking. But my motherboard was not rated to take the overclocking I gave it. Like it exceeded it. So basically in my head I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. And I did. So, and my motherboard wasn't able to take it properly, and it fried one of my memory cards. And that is the main reason why my computer does not work properly. It still runs games really well. It just does not run them for very long before my whole system shuts down because memory overload. Like, it does not have enough memory to sustain that anymore. So it just completely shuts itself off and restarts. It's basically a forced reboot every single time. And it frustrates me every single time because I can't fix that. And I don't know. There's a lot. Like I think I said a 1080 because I was looking at a 1080 and a 1650 Super for a replacement graphics card because that's well above what this can do. It's like 3 times better than this overclocked 730 can do. I may be over exaggerating, but whatever. And I've been looking at new memory cards for this tower specifically. But yeah, like if I ever do upgrade this tower, it probably won't be used by me. I'll probably give it to my brother. 'Cause I don't know. If not, I'll just scrap it along with the other towers that are out there that can be scrapped and my laptop. I'm probably sitting on like $600 in terms of computer parts. And that could be very handy and very useful. The 2 towers out there aren't worth much because they're old. Like, one of them is really old, like Vista, Windows Vista old, or Windows XP. I think it was XP. It ran on XP, and we upgraded it to Windows 7, and it could not handle that. The newer one is maybe 10 years old. I don't know. But anyway, I'm done rambling. I promise I'm done this time. Marcus, I'm not trying to over flex you. I promise. I think Marcus took it personally because I think he's going to start looking at upgrading his computer now. Oh God, I haven't heard from Marcus in the past couple of days, which is kind of weird. But I think he's doing right. I think he's doing well. I tried to get into contact with him with what happened yesterday. Well, technically, the day before. No, it was still technically yesterday. No, it's the day before yesterday now. Because it's 2 days ago. It was 2 days ago. I wanted to get into contact with him and let him know what was going on, and I couldn't get a hold of him because he just was not on at all, and it kind of scared me. But yeah. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm really excited for what's going to be happening. Like I talked about it a bit in my update vlog, the future of Matty Ice Q. I titled it that, the big grandiose title. But I am super excited for what's going to come out of these next couple months. And it's going to be something special. I can almost guarantee it. So, and as always, I appreciate every single one of you. Click the links in the description for more videos that I've done. My server is officially reopened. The link has been renewed. Everything is kind of passed over. It's going to be fine. And as always, I will see all of you in the next video. Bye!